The comment was that it has a feeling of Tarkovsky.
Yeah.
Is he a big guy for you?
Well, for sure. No, I just read, it's like I just read a nasty review of this film. And the guy was saying, this is like Tarkovsky light. And that I would never be the director that he... It was funny. It was like, this guy, me, could never, come close to being Tarkovsky. But Tarkovsky's dead, and I'm alive. So for the guy who's writing the article, I know how you feel about Tarkovsky, but I'm what you got left, dude. He's gone, so suck it up.
But you mentioned Tarkovsky there, and I know we talked yesterday about different filmmakers.
Yeah.
And there's a European way of making films, which is we talk about Viennale, we talk about Tarkovsky, we talk about all of these people.
Yeah.
A film like this, is it possible to make a film like this in the US?
If DiCaprio played Willem, maybe, I don't know.
I have a question.
It's a question on the left.
I saw MS45 this afternoon.
Oh, really?
About 40 years old it is, as far as I know, and it's really a masterpiece. I was really overwhelmed by it.
I needed that today.
Really overwhelmed. I can only advise everybody in this room to see MS45. It's a feminist statement, and it's unbelievable. What has changed in those 40 years?
Well, what do you think? I mean, does this look like the same? I mean, could you say that's the
I
guy that directed Miss 45?
I think you have elaborated, not necessarily differentiated, but certainly elaborated. MS45 was to the point,
right?
Easy to understand,
right?
A clear message. A fist in the stomach for me, but I couldn't say that about today's film.
Right. Well, you win some, you lose some. But I mean, Ms. 45 was a great writer. Actually, Nikki wrote that. I didn't write this. Okay, so
when I introduced the film, I talked about the horror aspects.
Yeah, right.
And you have made horror films, and this film has horror.
Yeah.
And you like to give the audience some scares and some shocks as well as making them think? Because it is a scary film. It's a nightmare of a film.
Well, it depends. Would you find it scary? No. Yes?
It's a tough audience here.
Anybody get really scared, like they had to leave, now they came back? The baby kept them. She didn't see the bear scene, right? Anna, were you scared? Was it scary? No, she wasn't even scared of 5-year-olds. So I guess we're losing our touch.
But we talked about Ms. 45. This is like 40 plus years of making films,
right?
And it's a constant. It's a constant making of films and a constant thinking about films.
Right.
And is it like you need to be always having that energy to keep going with it? Because if you took a break, it would you wouldn't be able to get back. I mean, how do you keep that energy going?
Well, I'm not gonna chance to. I mean, why would take a break from what? I mean, what would I be taking a break from? Taking a break of what? Go to Miami and play shuffleboard. I mean, what would I do? You know what I mean? I mean, it's like take a break from doing what?
So we are drawing to an end, but you're not here for the screening on Saturday. You're going to be gone.
No, I'm long gone.
So this is
we might move it. We might rent a house here.
So this is the last. This is the last
Carl Jung's house.
This is the last Abel Ferrara Q&A of a Donald Trump presidency.
Yeah.
So my last question
everybody
is,
register to vote.
What's going to happen?
You guys can vote in the United States now, right?
So the last question is, Abel Ferrara.
Putin has a voting machine here.
The man you can see the future on Tuesday night. What happens?
Oh man, I'm seeing through my eyes that he loses big time. But I know my country, and it's a crazy place, bro. It's a crazy place, and. I don't believe the polls at all, and who knows, But, I wouldn't vote for him. I know the guy, actually. So, he wasn't a nice guy when I knew him, and he's worse now. So I'm like, this is not the gig for a guy like that. you know, I mean, it's you know, it's and you know the amount of, you know, the amount of suffering the guy is causing. I guess he doesn't even know it. I mean, it's the only way you could think about it. You know, I mean, that's the one gig you gotta have compassion. You're gonna run a country. You know, I mean, it's a service job. I mean, why would you want to be a politician other than taking a position to serve, which is a compassionate situation? So, you know, this is a paradox. And, but, you know, it is what it is, bro. I mean, he won last time. I don't really buy the, I don't buy the rigged, you know, or the false vote. I mean, I think he won. I think, and that's a pretty nasty, you know, I mean, it's where my country's at. What can I say? You know, I'm an American and I got to live with it, you know. I mean, so we'll see. Let's hope for the best.